All right, welcome everybody. My name is Dr. JJ Levine. Thanks for joining me today, and I am excited to talk about a product that can truly transform your digestive and actually overall health, and that is our Daily Digest enzyme formula. This is an incredible formula. It's a dietary supplement designed to support daily digestion and assimilation. And I'm going to be diving into why it's so important, especially as we age, and what the latest science says about the powerful ingredients. We're also going to explore how modern diets and lifestyles can deplete our natural enzymes and how Daily Digest can help us metabolize nutrients more effectively while preventing issues like food rotting in our gut. So let's get started. I'd like to start out with a fundamental truth about our bodies. When we're born, we come equipped with a robust supply of digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes are nature's little helpers that break down the food we eat into nutrients our bodies can absorb. And these enzymes are critical for digesting proteins, carbs, fats, and even fibers. But here's the catch. By the time we reach our mid-30s, research shows that we've lost a significant chunk of these enzymes, sometimes up to 50% or more. So let me ask you, how many of you find yourself experiencing symptoms after eating that didn't occur while you were younger when you would eat the same foods? Interesting question, right? And I bet many of you, at least the ones over 35, are going to have the affirmative. And to make matters worse, with every decade of our life thereafter, our pancreas decreases its enzyme production efficiency. In fact, a 2024 study in Clinical Reviews in Food Science and Nutrition proved that aging reduces pancreatic enzyme production, impairing protein digestion as well as nutrient absorption. Now, because of this, we've added amylase, lipase, and protease enzymes to this formula. So you're probably asking yourself, why does this happen? Well, our enzyme production naturally decreases as we age, and it's just part of the aging process. And on top of that, modern lifestyles like stress, poor diet, and even toxins can accelerate this depletion. And this is just one of the important reasons for you to only use toxic-free products. And here at Asante Organics, we love helping people create a toxic-free home. Now, I'd love to add another layer. That's the food we eat. Most of us consume cooked foods every day, right? Well, I would agree that cooking enhances flavor and safety, but heating our foods, typically up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, deactivates the natural enzymes in your raw fruits, vegetables, grains, and animal proteins. So we know 140 degrees is a hot temperature and causes enzyme deactivation, but what happens when you consume milk, cheese, or any other product that's been through pasteurization? Well, guess what? It's even hotter than 140 degrees, typically 145 degrees to 161 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm only bringing this up because this temperature range fully deactivates enzymes like lactase. And this is why people become lactose intolerant as they get older. We've added lactase enzyme to this formula for that reason. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it in just a bit. Now, the natural enzymes found in the foods that we eat would normally help kickstart the digestion process in our stomachs, but without them, since we've deactivated them, since we've heated them, our bodies have to work harder, basically relying entirely on our own enzyme reserves. And over time, this overburdens our systems, leading to incomplete digestion and undigested food. I know it's kind of gross, it can sit in our gut, ferment, and even rot, which can contribute to bloating, gas, and even more serious issues like inflammation and even chronic disease. So this is why we need to support our digestion with dietary enzymes like those in this formula. So what exactly is Daily Digest Plant Enzymes? All of the ingredients and all of our formulas that we use here at Asante Organics are toxic-free, vegan, plants, and minerals. That's it. And this is a supplement that contains 9 plant-based enzymes packed into 90 veggie caps. This is great for vegans. And it's designed to support digestion and nutrient assimilation. And the directions are simple. I mean, for adults over 35, take at least 3 capsules about 2 minutes before each meal to deliver these enzymes into your system. The enzymes in this product are specifically chosen to break down proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and fibers, ensuring that your body can properly metabolize the nutrients from your food. It also helps balance enzyme activity across every stage of digestion, from the stomach to the intestines, and even support blood cleansing by aiding in the removal of toxic buildup. Other brands don't address all these factors. So, if you're consuming an animal-based product, whether it's dairy, beef, pork, fish, etc., especially those that have been heated, even pasteurized, I suggest upping the amount of capsules you take, sometimes from 3 all the way up to 5 for those meals. And this product ensures pH balance throughout the whole digestive process, which is key because different enzymes work best at different pH levels. For example, enzymes in the stomach need an acidic environment, while those in the small intestines thrive in a more neutral one. Daily Digest helps maintain this balance so your digestion is optimized at every step. And as you've been discovering here at Asante Organics, we're the alkalizing company. We take your pH level very seriously with everything we create. I shared that I'm drinking my water with Supreme pH drops. I hope you are too. So let's dive into the ingredients and what the latest science says about them. Daily Digest contains a blend of 9 enzymes, along with an ionic mineral blend, all in specific measurable amounts per capsule. So let's go through them and all their benefits. And the first one I want to talk about is protease. Protease breaks down proteins into amino acids. In fact, a 2023 study published in the Journal of the Nutritional Biochemistry found that protease supplementation can improve protein digestion by up to 30% in adults over 35. This is going to reduce symptoms like bloating and fatigue after high protein meals. This is especially important as we age because our natural protease production drops, leading to incomplete protein breakdown and potential gut inflammation and even worse, disease. The next one I want to talk about is amylase, which targets carbohydrates. It breaks them down into simple sugars for energy. Research from 2022 in Gut Microbes showed that amylase supplementation can enhance carbohydrate absorption and reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes, which is great for your metabolic health. It also helps prevent undigested carbs from fermenting in the gut, which can cause gas, discomfort, and even disease. The next one is very important because humans don't naturally produce it, and that's cellulase. Cellulase is one of our key enzymes because it breaks down cellulose, and that's a type of fiber found in plant cell walls. As I said, humans don't naturally produce cellulase, so supplementing with it can help us digest fibrous foods like vegetables more effectively. Not to be gross, but think about how you don't fully digest vegetables like corn. That's why you need cellulase. A 2024 study in Frontiers in Nutrition found that cellulase supplementation improved gut microbiome diversity by breaking down fiber into prebiotics that feed the good or beneficial bacteria. Malt diastase is also in this formula and it helps digest starches, particularly maltose. It's especially useful for breaking down grains and starchy foods, and research recently highlighted its role in reducing starch-related bloating by ensuring more complete digestion. A 2025 USDA ARS study showed that maltase efficiently digests starch into glucose, reducing undigested carbohydrates that cause bloating. Now, I mentioned this one earlier, lactase, which is critical for digesting lactose, which is the sugar in dairy. Lactase production naturally declines with age in many people, leading to lactose intolerance. A 2023 meta-analysis in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that lactase supplementation significantly reduced symptoms like diarrhea and bloating in lactose intolerant individuals, allowing them to enjoy dairy without discomfort. The next one's my favorite. I don't know about you, but I love pineapples. And pineapples contain an enzyme called bromelain. It's a protease that has anti-inflammatory properties. In fact, last year there was a study in phytomedicine that proved that bromelain not only aids in protein digestion, but also reduces gut inflammation, which can be a root cause of digestive disorders like irritable bowel syndrome. Lipase breaks down fats into fatty acids and glycerol, and as we age, sadly, fat digestion can become sluggish, leading to gallbladder and even liver issues. A 2022 study in Lipids and Health and Disease found that lipase supplementation improved fat absorption and reduced symptoms of fat malabsorption like oily stools. Next one, which is unique for our formula, is invertase, and that helps break down sucrose. You know, sucrose is table sugar, and it breaks it down into something that we can easier or more easily assimilate, which is glucose and fructose. A 2025 study in Mindful Sugar highlights that invertase hydrolyzes sucrose into glucose and fructose, reducing gut fermentation and bloating, while its rapid absorption helps moderate blood sugar spikes compared to table sugar. Then we also have alpha galactosidase, which targets complex carbohydrates in foods like beans, which often cause gas. A 2023 study in Digestive Disease and Science found that alpha galactosidase reduced gas production by up to 40% in participants eating high fiber meals. Now, finally, another unique factor with this formula is we've added an ionic mineral blend, which includes trace minerals that act as cofactors. You have to have them for enzymes to work for this enzyme activity. Minerals like zinc and magnesium are essential for enzyme function, and deficiencies can impair your digestion. Last year, there was a review in Nutrients, and they highlighted the role of ionic minerals in supporting enzymatic reactions and overall gut health. Enzymes which don't contain these minerals, even if they contain similar, even the same enzymes as ours, will be of less benefit. Now, speaking of other enzyme supplements, here's a fun little experiment you can do in your house. I'd like you to prepare 2 equal cups of instant oatmeal. And then I'd like you to place both of those cups into the refrigerator to cool off and solidify. And I want them so solid that you can turn the cups upside down and the oatmeal will stay in the cups. Next, I'd like you to take the contents of one of our Daily Digest enzyme capsules. They're really small. Just open it up and pour the contents right into one of the cups of oatmeal. And if you have another brand of enzymes that we're using in the past, open that one up and put it in the other cup. And I want you to stir both cups up. And what you're going to find is the cup with our enzyme will liquefy, i.e. digest, demonstrating its ability to break down carbohydrates like those in oatmeal. If the competitor brand can't liquefy the oatmeal, it can't really digest or help you digest your carbohydrates. And now that we've covered the ingredients, let's tie it all back to why we need them. I mentioned earlier that by our mid-30s, our enzyme levels are already declining, and cooked foods deactivate the natural enzymes that would normally help us digest the foods that we're eating today. And without enough enzymes, our bodies struggle to break down food fully. And this leads to 2 major problems. First, we don't absorb all the nutrients from our food. Why do we eat? We eat not for pleasure, though many of us do. We're eating to get those nutrients out of the food so that we can be healthy. But if we're not absorbing or pulling out those nutrients, well, that's going to lead to deficiencies, fatigue, and really eventually a weakened immune system. The second problem is undigested food can linger in our gut where it ferments and rots. This creates a breeding ground for harmful bacteria, leading to inflammation, infections, leaky gut, and even chronic diseases like diabetes and heart disease. Daily Digest provides the enzymes our bodies are missing, ensuring proper digestion, nutrient absorption, and gut health. And please remember, as we discussed in former overviews, a healthy gut equals a healthy body. Using Daily Digest is simple for adults over the age of 35. Take 3 to 5 capsules, 2 minutes, they're very small, before each meal. This timing allows the enzymes to mix with your food as digestion begins. I recommend taking 3 for anything which comes out of the water, like fish, crabs, lobster, shrimp, etc. If you're eating beef, chicken, pork, or dairy, take 5. But here's something else to consider. Using enzymes to support blood cleansing. I hear everybody talking about nitric oxide these days and thinning your blood. Well, if you take enzymes on an empty stomach, like right before bed, these enzymes can have this effect. In fact, protease enzymes have systemic effects beyond digestion. There was a 2023 study in enzyme research, and they concluded that when protease is taken on an empty stomach, it can be absorbed into your bloodstream, where it can break down harmful proteins such as fibrin, which contributes to blood clots or plaque buildup in your blood vessels. This can support better circulation and reduce the risk of blockages in blood vessels. And enzymes have been shown to help with fungus, mold, excessive protein in the bloodstream, like you would find after a vaccination, and the list goes on. The research is just getting more and more plentiful for what digestive enzymes can do for your body. I suggest taking 3 to 4 daily digest enzymes right before you go to bed for this purpose. So, you brush your teeth, your bed's pulled away, go ahead and swallow 3 or 4 of those and go right to sleep. And that's going to help you with that blood cleansing. So in summary, Daily Digest Plant Enzymes is a powerful tool to support your digestion, especially as we age, and our enzyme levels are naturally declining. Its 9 plant enzymes backed by modern science helps break down proteins, carbs, fats, and fibers, ensuring you get the most out of your food, the most nutrition, and also helping prevent issues like bloating, inflammation, and nutrient deficiencies. Our enzymes are vegan friendly. They're a broad spectrum digestive enzyme supplement that stands out for its diverse enzyme profile. And it's better than the alternatives due to its inclusion of unique enzymes like invertase and maltdiastase. It's allergen-free formulation, and it's a balanced approach to digestion. So if you're ready to take control of your digestive health and take unnecessary strain off of your immune system, cardiovascular, and circulatory systems, I encourage you to make Daily Digest part of your daily nutritional foundation. Lastly, I'm going to invite you to get back to the person who shared this overview with you. They'll share their website link where you can get our digestive enzymes at the wholesale price. So thanks for joining me, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you this Tuesday for our next Zoom call. Bye-bye.